Hello. Hello. Welcome. This is Zen-X Yoga. My name is Vivian Wolf. I am a yoga therapist and I am sharing the 48 transformative lessons for Gen X through yoga and Ayurveda. This is episode 19, lesson number 19. We're going to talk a little bit about anxiety today and how menopause is affected by and affects, so like circularly, anxiety. So how it can create anxiety, how anxiety can exacerbate your your experience of menopause, and how they can kind of go into a feedback loop, right? We're also going to do a very simple practice to help you feel a little more regulated, a little calmer, and a little cooler. It's really just one posture. It's one of my favorite postures to do. And if you want to, you can use a chair to help you out with this today. I'm going to use a chair, so feel free to adjust your space if you need to. I'm going to talk just a real short time about anxiety. So, anxiety is, if we haven't talked about this before, anxiety is simply the body's response to stress. How we feel about stress, how we manage our stress, how resilient we are about stress. So, um, whenever we're talking about the stages of menopause, perimenopause, menopause, and postmenopause, we know that hormones start to become dysregulated and they start to kind of ebb and flow. Our estrogen and our progesterone start to deplete, and as they minimize other hormones like cortisol and even other hormone organs like our adrenals, they start to kind of work a little harder to kind of take up the slack. The idea is that our body is trying to come into balance. And the problem is, when talking about our adrenals, our for many of us, by the time we hit our 40s, we're in what's known as adrenal fatigue. So our adrenals are exhausted. There's so much stress in the world because of all of the stuff that we put ourselves through, because we're working in the workplace where we've got our families, we've got our friends, we've got social obligations, we've got our family responsibilities. You might at this point be taking care of your parents or older family relations. All of these things can lead to adrenal fatigue, which means that whenever our estrogen starts to deplete, our adrenals can't come in and produce the estrogen to take up the slack, right? So that's when we start to feel our fatigue. We start to have our mood swings. It even is one of the reasons why we have night sweats and hot flashes. So what we want to do now is we want to cool our nervous system down. We want to calm the nervous system down. Give our adrenal gland a bit of a break, right? So let's do that right now. Let's get on the mat. We're just going to do one posture. This one posture, what it's going to do is it's going to calm us down. It's going to cool down our brain and cool down our nervous system. Also, because we're going to come into a very mild inversion, anytime the head is lower than the heart, it stimulates the pituitary gland, and the pituitary gland helps to regulate the rest of the hormone organs so that they work together a little better. So let's get to it. I'm going to move my microphone and I'm going to pull my chair back. So here, we're simply going to take our feet as wide as it feels comfortable. For me, it's okay to take my feet wider than my yoga mat. You don't even have to be on a yoga mat for this. You can do this anywhere, at work, at home, in your dining room. You can use a counter or a table or your couch instead of a chair. Just use what you got, right? And I'm going to show you two different versions. So version number one, I'm going to use the back of my chair here. And just rest your forearms on your support and just bring your forehead onto your forearms. Now here, you'll notice my head is not lower than my heart. However, I am starting to rest here. This is a great place to be. If this feels comfortable, keep the knees soft. If you want to take this a little further, you can go a little lower. I'm going to bring my forearms down onto the seat here. Wide-legged is sometimes easier for the hamstrings here. Gives a little more space to breathe. And as we're here breathing in our forward fold, we're just going to stay for a minute or two. Start to focus on the exhale. So inhale through the nose if you are not congested. Exhale through the mouth. Maybe it feels good to blow out like you're blowing up a balloon. And just repeat that a few times. Maybe your eyes are soft or closed. Extending that exhale. Whatever your full breath feels like, that's a great breath. Inhaling and exhaling. Maybe yours is a different rhythm than mine. That's totally fine. Let's take 3 more long breaths here. One more breath. Beautiful. Remember, you can stay here as long as it's comfortable for you. When you're ready, bend your knees a little more. Start to point your tailbone down and slowly rise up. No need to fling yourself around or to hurry here. Maybe your hands even come to your thighs a little bit before you come the rest of the way up. And then if you want, you can just stand here, come into a mountain pose, or you can sit down and just pause here for a moment. Eyes soft or closed, and just observe. How do you feel now? What does your breath feel like here? If you can feel your heartbeat, what does your heartbeat feel like? Maybe it feels nice to place your hand over your heart. Does your body feel warm or cool? Just observing what's present here. Not needing it to be anything other than what it is. Beautiful. When you're ready, just open your eyes. That's it, my friends. How do you feel? How did that one posture affect you? Do you feel like it helped calm you down? Did it feel like it cooled you any? Where would you say your anxiety is now? If you want longer sessions, longer classes, group classes, or if you want private one-on-one sessions where we can address your personal anxiety experience, then check out some of the links in the description below. That'll get you started to meet with me, and we can go a little deeper into your personal practice. But in the comment section, what I want to know is, what did you think of this practice? Did you enjoy it? What did you notice? And if you want to, go ahead and be sure to subscribe to the channel. You know, you can like and subscribe. You can share this class out. You know, all of that YouTube stuff, right? And here I'm going to go ahead and close the session. Big inhale, reach up high. Exhale, bring your hands together over your heart. Anjali Mudra. With our hands here, take another deep breath in. Exhale, let it go. so much. I'll be back next week for lesson 20 of our transformative lessons for Gen X through yoga and Ayurveda. So until next time, mwah, 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 mwah. Take really good care of yourself, okay? Bye.